Okay, great. Welcome everyone to this year's celebration of alumni of the year within Jönköping University. My name is Mats Jackson. I am the Executive Vice President of the university, and I'm really glad and honored to be here today to present these awards. And the awards are given to former students who made an outstanding contribution in their professional role or have distinguished themselves with an act that JU sees as worthy of attention. We yearly appoint one alumni for each of our schools here at the university. And this is done through a nomination process. And this year we've had 30 nominations that were followed by a tough selection process. I think our Alumni of the Year award is very much in line with the mission of our university: to bridge knowledge and society and to develop the talents of tomorrow. Our alumni is a strong link between us and society, and they're also important role models and inspiration to our current students and also prospective students. I will soon present the winners, and I will read the motivations, and I will get some help from a representative from the school to hand over the prize. After this ceremony, we will have a panel discussion. And we have the opportunity to take part of your time here at JU, and also how our education has benefited you in your professional life. The panel discussion will be led by Andreas Torén, who is the head of Student Counseling and Services at Jönköping University. And let's go to the prize then. First is School of Education and Communication. Please come up on stage, and congratulations, Lovisa Lidåker. The prize will be handed over by Marie Öhman, who is the Dean and Managing Director of the School of Education and Communication. So before you hand over the prize, I'll read, I think we'll need to stand here. They are pointing at me, so I'll read the jury's motivation. Lovisa graduated from the personal program, currently Human Resources, at the School of Education and Communication in 2018. She is an inspiration and role model for others, and with her professional and genuine approach, instills in other students a confidence for their future. In a very committed and entrepreneurial way, she makes visible how the educational foundation has created added value that also translates into practical action. From a graduate of the program, she has advanced to CEO and co-owner of Sweden's oldest Swedish pinstool chair factory. In addition, she runs an HR consulting company based on the watchwords creative, cordial, and professional, which also clearly characterizes Lovisa's own actions and leadership. Congratulations. Sorry. Moving on then to Jönköping International Business School. I'd like to congratulate and welcome up on stage the Alumni of the Year, Lotta Amnebjer Nordqvist. And to hand over the prize is Jerker Modesson, who's the Dean and Managing Director of the school. So I'll read the motivation then from the jury. Lotta is an ambassador for equality, diversity, and inclusion. She has manifested her passion to develop people and organizations through a number of different activities and engagements in her professional journey. Lotta is a true inspiration of what is possible, that the path to successful entrepreneurship includes founding a business on your passion and core values. Lotta is an ambassador. Now it's in Swedish. So I read it in Swedish. Lotta är en ambassadör för jämställdhet, mångfald och inkludering. Hon har visat sin passion för att utveckla människor och organisationer genom ett antal olika aktiviteter och engagemang i sin professionella resa. Lotta är en sann inspiration för vad som är möjligt, att vägen till framgångsrikt entreprenörskap inkluderar att grunda ett företag utifrån din passion och dina kärnvärden. Grattis! Yes, for me too. Mm. Tackar. So, our next school, School of Engineering. I'd like to welcome and congratulate Lina Horndal to the seat. And Ingrid Wadskog, who's the Dean and Managing Director of School of Engineering, will hand over the prize. Let's see if I can read the motivation in English this time only. The jury's motivation. As one of the first alumni of the architectural engineering program at HHH, Lina has been active in the construction industry since 2005 and is now a well-known person in Jönköping. In the middle of the pandemic, she and a colleague chose to break away and start their own architectural office with a strong sustainability profile. Lina is a fantastic ambassador and spreads a commitment around her that makes it both easy and fun to get involved, a perfect industry representative. Congratulations. Our next school is the School of Health and Welfare. I would like to congratulate and welcome Eva-Karin Hultgren to the scene. And to help hand over the prize, Agneta Stenebrand, who's the Associate Dean of Education, is here. So. The jury's motivation. Eva-Karin actively participates in developing and quality assuring the teaching that is linked to business-based education. Her personality, responsible attitude, knowledge and commitment are important and critical factors in the reason why there is such a good collaboration between the School of Health and Welfare and the region Jönköping County. Eva-Karin has great commitment and is always positive, energetic, reliable, and solution-focused. Congratulations. And there is a final, last award winner. I would like to welcome Soon Jun to the scene and congratulate to the award. And to hand over the prize, Johan Polsgaard is here, who is the Dean and Manager Director of Jönköping University Enterprise. So, the jury's motivation. Shun Yun moved from South Korea to Sweden, studying first our Pathway program, followed by taking her bachelor and master's degree at Gibbs and Gothenburg University. While studying at Jönköping University, she devoted herself fully to her studies and was actively engaged in student life and USA. She makes good use of her positive can-do attitude, excellent communication, and leadership qualities on regular visits to Campus Gränna, where she shares her Swedish student experience, inspiring and encouraging new groups of Pathway students. Congratulations.
First of all, congratulations. Thank you so much for being a great fan. You really showed to everybody what's possible. Many thanks.
Great. Now we will have a panel discussion. So I will welcome Andreas Torén to the scene, and we will also switch mics here.
I'm not sure this is correctly on, but still. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Wanted to start with some sort of sports commentary question, maybe. How does it feel?
Fantastic. Yes. Honor.
Great, great. And we will follow that up with more questions, I promise. So, nice to see you. My name is Andreas Torén, head of the Career Center here at Jönköping University. And we are always glad to collaborate with alums. You're such great examples. And the thing that you can do is, together with the great education that you come with from the schools, you can help us advise the students for their future career. So you help us increase their student employability, basically. And I've been working with career counseling for around 20 years, and there are few things that are such rewarding as working together with alums. We regularly use alums. Yesterday, we actually had a lecture here at Gibbs with a student from, is currently working at Volvo Cars, who was here discussing and talking about her career. And we will have many more of those things in the future, and hopefully with you. Of course, our different schools, they use their alum frequently in all types of collaborations, such as research partners, guest lectures, and other things. And we're really happy to collaborate with you in those manners. So why is it so good to use alums? Well, you are the perfect example of the many great things that can happen when you start your career, when you leave the university, and so on. And it cannot be more real than that. But what is a career really? Is it working really hard, switching jobs, climbing the ladder higher and higher until you die happily of a heart attack at age 42? Or is it something else? Well, we believe that a good career is when you work with something that is rewarding, and maybe the paycheck is more of a bonus. Well, unless the electricity prices are up as they are at the moment, then the paycheck is quite good as well. And I hope that maybe today is such a good day because here you have the opportunity to receive this prize, and I also have the opportunity to talk with you a little bit during this panel discussion. So I have some questions, and we'll see if we have time for some questions from the attendants here as well. Then just raise your hands a little bit later so you have some time to think up if you have any good questions. But otherwise, I'll start, and I think we'll go this way. So you feel free to start. So my first question is, what is your best career advice for future students, for our current students?
And you want me to talk in the microphone?
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be good.
When I finished school in 2005, I was stressed out if I was going to get my dream job. So my best advice is not to chase your dream job. Instead, try to find your first job where you can go on with your education and learn more. And then as the years goes by and you get all the knowledge you need, you get better jobs and can have a more fun career. Perfect. So don't chase the dream work too fast.
No. I think it's seldom that the first job is the dream job. It could come down the line, so to say. Really great advice. Thank you.
I think that my greatest advice is to be kind to others and also work very hard.
Yes.
Oh, that was a really good advice. I would like to go on your line. I think it was so hard when you finished school. I finished in 2000, so I think I'm the one who went here for the längst tillbaka. Yeah. Because you don't know what you want to do, and I think it's okay that you don't know what you want to do. You need to try different stuff, so go easy on yourself. That's my advice.
I also agree with all what they say, and since I recently started my first career, perhaps if I may, I can give maybe advice or tips to the students who's looking for a job, their first career. I think don't stop seeking for opportunity, I would say, and also attend or participate as much as you can to the student activities here and also career fairs, and build up network, and also most importantly activate the LinkedIn, I would say.
I take it in Swedish,
Yes.
maybe you can translate for me.
Sure.
Thank you, Andreas. Mitt bästa tips är definitivt att skapa nätverk. Att umgås med människor både under studietiden och privatlivet och i arbetslivet. Gärna umgås med sådana som inte är så lika en själv. För då får man input i olika frågor och man får nya kontaktytor, nya nätverk. Det ger mångfald till många olika frågor och skapar nya kontakter.
Eva-Karin's best advice is to network, and not only with people that are just like yourself, but always network with friends, learning to meet new people, both professionally and privately. Really good advice. So we have like creating networks, is really good. Working hard, this I have to say, is I've been talking with students for 20 years, and it's the first time I ever heard a Swedish student say that, actually. I heard it from so many international students. They say, I'm hardworking, but the first time from a Swedish student. So I have to change my examples during my lectures. I really appreciate that. And going easy, working hard, going easy, making sure you have the work-life balance, because if you don't have a good life on the side, it's tough to be able to do a good job as well. So perfect. And LinkedIn, yeah, we tell them that constantly. So it's so good you say it on live stream and to the crowd in attendance here as well. So thank you for that. We were somewhat curious to hear what was like the thing that you remember from your studies. I know for some of you, it's been a while, but I think then you had the time to reflect upon it a little bit more. So what was the most important thing that you learned from your studies?
Yeah, we were talking about this just before this award, and we who were here for a long time ago. It's almost 20 years since I was a student. Of course, we remember all the fun we had and all the parties, and but in some kind of way, I think teamwork is the most important thing that I learned from school. how to cooperate with the other people and the different kinds of people, how you get you change your way of being a people when you get under pressure and stress, and you learned a lot from that from school. So it's always important to be a good team player in any job you have in the future.
Thank you.
Yes, I think that I think that I learned the most. What I remember is how to use to understand the context of the theories, so you actually can use them afterwards.
Yeah, I think also what you said, structure and the discipline to gather information, to put this information together in presentations and reports. That's the basic and the good thing. But for me that studied at GIBS, the entrepreneurial aspect and the international aspect has been very important to me.
Yeah, I would say they stole all the good answers, but I totally agree with you guys. And to add some more, when it comes to working with other people, especially from different background and especially different level of knowledge, I truly learned how to cooperate and collaborate with many other peoples. And through that, I found my own strength and also my weakness. And when I realized my teammate has strength as my weakness, and to make the best out of it, so I would say I truly learned how to work with the others.
Och jag som kommer från hälsohögskolan, där har vi många program som handlar om att vårda människor, att hjälpa människor. Och det är någonting som jag får ta med mig i livet. En av de viktigaste och mest fina saker man kan göra, att hjälpa någon annan.
Eva-Karin says that learning how to help others and care for them is the most important thing from the School of Health and Science. So I think that was really interesting to hear a lot about teamwork, and it's great to be at this type of international university where you have the opportunity to be able to talk to people from different cultures and so on. Entrepreneurial mindset and that's how that can help you. Really interesting. The practical experience. I know we work constantly with trying to provide good internship opportunities and other ways to collaborate with the business side of it or the public sector, and that is also something that we continue to develop here at the JU. So it's good to hear that it's good use of doing that. And caring for each other. That's a good final word, I have to say. And you mentioned before that, of course, there was the partying and things like that. And I studied somewhere else, and they used to say that there are always re-exams, but there are not re-parties. But I think that you're sort of showing us that you managed your studies nonetheless. So I'm really happy for that, because it's also as growing as a human being, networking and getting to know other people. So it's important aspects of becoming who you are. So another question here. What do you miss most from your studies then? Is it the parties or is it the re-exams?
No, it's. I think when you have worked quite a while and you get quite in a comfort zone, but when you were studying here, you always had to go out of your comfort zone and look for new knowledge and learn a lot. So that's, I think, the thing I miss the most is to be forced out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, and I think what I miss the most is the people I went here with, of course, but also the learning environment. I think it's very, I really miss that.
Yeah, I do miss the student life. I think it was a great time of my life, and I guess it's the combination of the studies and the partying, but it was a lot of fun. I grew a lot as a person, and it was very valuable to me.
I would say I miss two things for the most from the JUE program. First is their support system. Teachers and professors, they of course help us and help me to develop academically, but they also help me to integrate and know a little bit more about Swedish culture and also a little bit of Svenska. So I miss that kind of support system for the most. And I think I'm the only one who had this privilege of studying in Campus Gränna. So I miss the beautiful view and those cozy atmosphere in Gränna.
Ja, det är klart att man missar och längtar efter det här studentlivet. Det är en fantastisk del av livet, kanske en av de bästa. Det jag saknar är väl den här avsatta tiden man hade för studier, att kunna grotta ner sig i ämnen som man är intresserad av. Svårt att hitta den tiden utanför studietiden.
Yes. Eva-Karin says that she misses the time where you had the time to really study and to dig deep into something. Because when you're working, we don't really have that time. Maybe unless some of us that are working at the university, because that's why we stayed here, because of the nice possibilities to be able to go in depth into subjects and so on. We haven't really got to know you a little bit, so I was wanting to hear if you could just quickly mention what you work with, what you're currently doing, so the attendance here can hear that.
I started a company 4 years ago with my colleague Victor Lekander. We have an architectural business called Victor and Linas Arkitektkontor. And I've been working on an architectural office for like 15 years before that. So we decided that we will give it a try. So now we have our own little company here in Jönköping.
It's in Jönköping?
Yes.
Staying local.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I am a co-owner and CEO of the oldest pinstools factory in Sweden, Wiggels, Bröderna Wiggels stolfabrik. And I also has an HR consult company.
What do you say about standing up? I notice we have no chairs here. Do you,
Yeah, but I
see
can't see any Wiggels chairs,
Yeah,
so
no.
it's okay. Oh,
you might have a future customer
Yeah.
here.
I worked within marketing and communications after finishing school here, and after a while I changed into recruitment, and there I developed an interest in diversity and inclusion. And today I'm the owner. We're 4 owners of the company, and I'm the CEO of a company called Diversity Board, and we are. Our mission is to change the structures of the hallways of the power. We want to get in more perspective in the business area, get in the people in the boards that are not there today. That's our mission.
Where are you located? Where is your market?
We're in Stockholm, but our plan is to work with whole Sweden, so we're into Jönköping too.
You might be coming here.
Yeah, definitely.
I work in Hyundai Mobis as operation planning and project specialist. So I mainly do operation KPI managing and some investments and inventory.
Och jag jobbar som studierektor för verksamhetsintegrerat lärande i Region Jönköpings län, där jag tillsammans med en VFU-organisation leder det här arbetet för 19 olika professioner. Jättespännande att få studenterna att koppla ihop sin teoretiska kunskap med det kliniska.
And thanks for getting to translate that sentence. So you're continuously working from the other side when it comes to the collaboration and the placements of our students from the health and sciences. And that's why I understand why you got this great hug from the Dean of Education before. So, really good. Okay, let's see. Do we have any questions from the crowd here in attendance? Yes.
How is the life after graduation, and what is the most challenge?
How has life been after graduation, and what was the most difficult challenges that you met? It's a really good question. See, do you want to start, or someone else is?
I can start because it wasn't such a long time since I went here, 2018. and 2020 we bought the factory. So the big challenge in that has been the corona pandemic and everything that has come with that.
I would say, as I said earlier, the most difficult thing for me was to find what I wanted to do. And everything was okay, fun, but to find that where you're really, really, really into what you do, that didn't happen until years after. So that's what I meant when I said don't be too hard on yourself, because it takes time to know what you want to do.
For me, after JUE, I actually continued studying at JIBS with the marketing management, so that was smooth transitions. And after that, I went to Gothenburg to study a little bit more for the master. But after that, I think it was a little bit challenging for me to seek for my career in Sweden. And since I'm international students, I have some realistic problem or issues that I need to solve, such as visa and so on. And since I don't speak fluent Swedish, it was tiny bit more difficult for me to seek for opportunities and positions. So that's why I'm keep telling, like, don't go to the career fairs and expand your network and activate your LinkedIn and don't stop looking for opportunities, I'll say.
And you studied at JIBS, so maybe you come back in a couple of years collecting another award. We'll see what happens. Eva-Karin?
Jag kände mig väl förberedd när jag kom ut i arbetslivet. Då började jag som sjuksköterska först innan jag läste vidare. Jag kände mig väl förberedd som sagt, men upptäckte ganska snart att man måste lära hela livet. Så att utvecklas och ta tid för de här studierna är jätteviktigt.
Eva-Karin says that she felt prepared when she left university here, but she feels that you have to take time to further develop your skills along the way. And of course, when we leave the university, we're not perfectly set, not yet, but we have all the tools that we need so we can have interesting and good careers along the line as well. So any more questions from the... Yes, Jerker?
I think you're all fantastic role models and inspirations for future students. I was wondering, to what extent have you been doing, have you had a master plan for your career? To what extent have you been doing, deliberate planning on where to go next? And to what extent have you been flexible and been seizing opportunities arising during the journey?
Have you had a master plan, Jerker asked, and have you been flexible creating this master plan?
I haven't had any plan at all. You just take the opportunity that gets you, and if you like the place you are, you stay there, and then when you feel like you need to do something else, you do that. So you need to be flexible, and you need to be open-minded to what life brings you.
I'm fully like you. Yeah, it's totally flexible and just take the things that comes up and
Yeah, it's the same for me. I didn't have a master plan at all. When like 15, 16 years after I finished school here, I started working with recruitment, and then I made the connections to the two subjects here that I really, 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 really loved. And that was organizational theory and psychology that I took at Hälsohögskolan. And then I'm like, oh my God, now I'm here. Now I know what to do. That was 16 years after I finished here, so it took some time.
So now you know why all recruiters always put in the word flexible in the advertisement for all types of jobs, doesn't matter what it is. No, okay, good. So.
I'm sorry, I also don't have a master plan yet, since I just recently started. For now, I would like to learn and get more used to it, and stick with this job that I have. But in a personal level, as previous international student, I'm trying to be more integrated to the Swedish society, starting from learning the language. So hopefully, one day I can speak more fluent Swedish.
Jag har inte heller haft någon klar plan, men att våga ta de vägar som öppnas tror jag är viktigt. Och ta med de där nätverken man har samlat på sig under resans gång. Särskilt de som kan andra saker än vad man själv kan, så vågar man ge sig in i nya saker.
Eva-Karin says that she didn't have a master plan either, but if you're open-minded and flexible and see the roads ahead, you can choose which path later on. So, any more questions from the attendants? Yes, Ingrid.
So my question is, what do you think, or how do you think that you, our students, or how work more closely together or benefit from alumni? More research? What are your thoughts? How could you do some good collaboration alumni?
Do you have any ideas on how alumni can contribute to our current students and also to develop our collaboration?
I know in building construction engineers, they have praktik, what's it called? And when I worked at another firm, I always took care of people who came from the school and practiced work at the office, and I think that's very important that the students feel like they have someone who can be a good mentor for them in the working life. And I also think that you should use alumni for inspirational lectures and talk about life experience and what they have learned in business and in work life. So we can come here and have guest lessons about things we've learned in our work life.
And as you know, all of you already have that standing invitation to come back.
Yeah, I think I could mention that I'm a part of a project that Kvist. It's a collaboration between Linnéuniversitetet, Jönköping University, and Träcentrum, and it's just about the how to make the skogs- and träindustrin like attractive for students. So I think that my HR background, together with the knowledge about what company needs and how it works on that side, is actually something that I think that I can give back to the students and to others.
Nice to hear.
I think it was a really good question, and I'm sorry that we didn't prepare this, but I'm very open to collaboration. I think that is fantastic, and everything from internship to mentorship, or if someone would do research for us. There's not a lot of research done in Sweden within diversity and inclusion, so we're definitely interested in that.
I think their ideas are all brilliant. Brilliant, sorry. And perhaps if I can add a little bit more, probably it would be nice if you can organize this type of opportunity that current program students and alumni can meet and talk about it, and also with the program coordinator. Because for me, if I receive, let's say, email or survey that they want me to fill in the form, like how do you think about this course, this program, and so on, even though I had a great opinions or thoughts on it, I kind of become more hesitant and I forget some of them while I'm writing. And I feel like when I meet and talk with that and communicate with that person verbally, it's more live and correct opinions toward. So.
Region Jönköpings län som jag företräder har ju ett väldigt stort samarbete med Hälsohögskolan och även andra lärosäten där vi samarbetar både gällande forskning och utbildning. Så det är vi glada för och vill utveckla ännu mer.
Eva-Karin is very happy to the great collaboration they already have from Region Jönköping and the School of Health and Science. So, thank you. Do we have any final questions from the crowd? Yes, we have another. Yeah.
Did you feel like study in Jönköping University after graduation fair enough to get a nice career, or you felt like you need more skills or personal skills just to get nice career, or you to get what you want?
Was studying at Jönköping University enough for you, or did you need to develop your skills further before?
When I graduated in 2004, I wanted to read a master program, And unfortunately, they didn't have any master here at the engineering school by that time. They have that now. So I moved to Stockholm and read a master in architectural in Stockholm. But I think the most knowledge I got from the engineer school here was the things I have been most in my working life. So I think it's more than enough to have studied here in Jönköping, and I think it's a very excellent school, and they have developed very, very much during all the years since I've been here.
I think that where I am today, yes, but I would love to do a master in the future because I can see that it will be helpful during the years.
I think that my studies have been more than enough. Then, of course, you encounter stuff during life that you want to explore, but that you don't know that when you're finishing school. So I think it's definitely enough.
I think it's quite tough question to just answer you yes or no, I feel. But I think we're living in a very competitive world, and I'm not sure about your status, but as international students, getting a career as a foreigner is more tough. So I personally try my best to be more competitive by doing multiple internship and also get certificate on computer skills and all those sort of things, and get master study more and do more involved in student activity to be more competitive. So I think it's always improvement there, but I think you should never only count on your academic degree.
We shall bring you back to the Career Center when we have lecture for international students. I hear that already now, so thank you soon. Yes.
Utifrån den inriktning jag har så finns det underlag man behöver här. Det jag tycker är spännande är ju att JU inte står still, utan man tittar på nya vägar. Kan man ha decentraliserade utbildningar? Kan man läsa på distans? Det tycker jag är styrkan. Man tittar efter nya vägar.
Happy for the further development of JU, creating new education and in new campuses and so on. So thank you for that. Okay, we're going to wrap this up now. What I want to say that the things that stuck to my head mostly is all the smiles I see on everybody's faces here. And I'm really happy for that, because I think with that mindset and with the open hands we were talking about, we have open hands from here and we have open hands from here. I know we can collaborate great also in the future. So a big round of hands for our Alumni Award 2022 winners. I will wrap this up now. I know I have the mic, and we noticed how that worked when we switched before, but can you take one of those?
I'll take one. Mm-hmm. I think we want to welcome the alumni group on the stage. The people we have an alumni group who's working with the Alumni of the Year award, doing a great job, and I really would like us all to give a big hand to the work that you have done.
And to make sure we get the last part right, we want you to hand over the flowers and the goodie bags from JU to our winners. And we thank you all for watching. And we will see you next year, because this is a tradition, isn't it?
Exactly. This is the second time. So
yeah.
Now we talked about this.
Yeah, three times a tradition. Yeah, we'll make it a tradition already now, because we will book the date shortly. So thank you for attending, and one last round of applause for the winners.